Are you ready?
It is chilly out there, peeps, but hopefully this news or rumor, whatever you want to call it, is going to warm you up. Now, let's start with this, okay? I don't know how credible this source is because this is New York's media. Again, that's a whole nother element. So this could be fake. It could be true. We're gonna dissect this. We'll probably spend a minute talking about this. But from this post right here that's on the screen, the Pistons and the Magic both have interested in trading for Spencer Dinwiddie. Not surprising, he's a good player. I would love to bring Spencer back here. There's a couple things we gotta look at here, okay? For one, like I said, how credible is this? I don't know. I don't know the person who reported it, Ian something, and I don't know this Twitter person, place, thing, news outlet. It is a verified Twitter account, but in the world of Twitter, you never really know. Two, is Brooklyn even willing to deal him? That's the real thing. Because their plan wasn't for this year. They need Spencer now to help continue to go to the playoffs and at least be competitive in the playoffs. But their real plan was for next year to have KD and Kyrie. They had no problem shutting Kyrie down so he can go get his surgery. Next year, that's really when Brooklyn's going to be all in. How much is Spencer going to be willing to sacrifice, even though Kyrie and KD are better than him? You know, he has worked his tail off to get in the position where he is at. And Brooklyn's just kind of taking the rug underneath him, you know. Not like he is better than him, because he's not. But, you know, he has earned his stripes and his opportunity. From struggling in Detroit to getting better in Chicago and now being a borderline all-star in Brooklyn. This guy has just put in the work, and I'm proud of him for it. But would Brooklyn even want to trade him? Because he's a good player for him if Kyrie needs a game off, to throw him right in the starting lineup. If Kyrie's healthy, he's a great sixth man. Would Brooklyn even want to do it? And then what would we give up? You know, how much are we willing to give? You know, I'd imagine Brooklyn's going to want a first. And are you willing to deal this first-round draft pick? More likely than not, because it's going to be a pretty damn good pick at this point. So I don't know how much we're willing to deal that. If it's a first, or for a future first, you might do it. Again, it's going to depend on what Brooklyn's going to want. And how much do we think he can come in here and change? Obviously, he can come in here and potentially with Christian Wood and hopefully Sego can develop, that could be enough to get us back into the playoffs. It's possible. What would Spencer bring to this team? Well, he's 27. I imagine he'd be 28 by next year. He knows what it takes to get better. He's a good guy to have in the locker room. He's already been here in Detroit once. How much would he want to be here is a good question. You know, does he hold a little bit of a sour taste in his mouth for us giving up on him? I don't know. But if he comes here with a good attitude and wants to be here, the sky's the limit for him. Because they'd put Derrick Rose back to the bench. You know, rather if you want to do that or not, that's what they would do. You know, the whole plan for this year with Derrick Rose is to have him be the sixth man and let Reggie start, but Reggie got hurt. So they'd probably move Derrick Rose back to the bench, let him be the sixth man, limit his minutes for next year. Have Spencer start. Good plan so far. And he'd really be the orchestrator of his offense. Plus, you'll be pairing him up with Blake Griffin. So when Blake gets double teamed, you give the ball to Spence and let him go do his thing. There is that too. So I mean, he'd bring a different element. He'd be a legit point guard for us. Plus, he's got good size. He's what, like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around that ballpark. Maybe 6'5", somewhere around there. He's a taller point guard. He's improved his three-point shooting. And I think he'd be a good guy to come in here and help establish what we're trying to create. You know, very good talented player. I'd love to have him back. He'd be helpful to the young guys. You know, he helped give people like Sviv and Luke good, clean, open looks to shoot their threes. So, plus, you know, I think that if the team's winning, he'd be a good guy to help them believe in Dwayne Casey. Because, you know, if some of us are starting to question Dwayne Casey, I'm sure some of the players are starting to question him too. You want the most people that can come in there and help it reassure your coach that he is the right guy. And if he buys in, some guys might follow the suit. Plus, I just think he'd be a good guy to people like Christian Wood and Sekou who, nothing is going to be handed to them. Christian Wood's balling right now, by the way. It's more like Sekou, to take him underneath his wing and show him how hard he had to work to get where he is at. To get enough praise from Kobe for Kobe to tell him that he's an all-star in his eyes. And I know that means a lot to him. So I think that having that kind of player in the locker room with a lot of these young guys who, may not have a whole lot of opportunities or are still looking to get that, Spencer's a good guy to have because he's been in their shoes and, he's hurdled the obstacles and he's going to be a point guard somewhere if Brooklyn does trade him. I don't know if they will. But he would be a starting point guard anywhere else he went pretty much. For the most part, people outside who have all-star point guards. So, yeah, man, I'd love to have him. Absolutely would love to have him. But like I said, I have no idea how true this is or how fake or clickbaity this is. Like I said, I have no idea. New York's a different animal. We have enough fake news here that, it gets us every once in a while. So I don't know. So just to cover my own arse, we'll just say we don't know. We don't know if it's true or not. But would you people like to have Spencer here back again, representing the Detroit Pistons, red, white, and blue? Probably giving him back number 8. I don't know. Well, I think he changed his number, so I don't think he'll wear 8. So that's going to suck, but respect to Kobe's. So I'd love to have him back, man. It gives us a shot at redemption. He should have never left in the first place. He should be a Piston still. So I just don't know. Even if we would have had him, I don't know if we would have paid him when he got better. I don't know. But we'll have to talk about this if it becomes more and more relevant. Like I said, I don't know how much we'll have to trade for him. Just have to keep an eye on it. We'll probably be talking about this on Above the Rim this Saturday, 1 p.m. my channel. Be back. We'll talk about this more in depth, get everyone's viewpoint. If you guys want to join Above the Rim this Saturday or next Saturday, let me know, or you can let JMO know on Instagram or Twitter. Follow one of us there, talk to us, and we'll get you on the show as soon as possible. So there's that. But for today, we have the roundtable on Mr. Luke G's channel tonight, so go over there and check that out. Instagram, Twitter, DSM members in the description. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.